Hi, hello. My name is Odera Anu, and today I just want to talk on Nigerians Excellence. Nigerians Excellence, and I'm going to start with the boxing. Hi, ninth station photos. I really enjoyed that boxing because some of us lost hope in AJ. I gave it a 50-50 when today Ednot asked, who do you think will win? So I actually thought Francis, physically speaking, the guy is well built, looks strong, looks like he can match AJ, both Africans, our Cameroon brother. And the thing is, the only advantage AJ had on him, physically speaking, is a little bit of height. But that performance, man, I've seen some videos, some live. Ikechukwu was saying on his live that he thinks it was an act, that probably some favors were done for AJ. I beg to differ. I beg to differ. I believe in boxing, like they always say, anybody can get knocked out. That punch, that's why it's called heavyweight for a reason. Anybody can get knocked out. It's pure class, it's pure ingenuity of Nigerian excellence. It's pure art performance, from AJ. AJ has been in his low and he's been in his high as well. And this is one of his highs. In fact, this is his best high, because it's always sweet when somebody comes in as not an underdog, but when you don't come in as people's favorite, or when people don't give you an option, just like when he fought Ruiz in the past and Ruiz just upset the whole thing. Yeah. And then you win with such class. No, we've not seen that in a while. There are people who are known to be knockout punchers, the Wilders. AJ also have a very good record of knockout. But what he did with Francis, man, that was incredible. That was incredible. I don't think AJ even took even any hit at all. He didn't even touch him. You know, the first punch, it was when Francis was trying to hit him, and that landed like one big bag of rice on his face. Boom. And he was trying to recover from that, but that guy is strong. Imagine saying I'm me, AJ hit that kind of boxing. If you punch me like that, I won't say Nigeria. Now everyone I go reach like that though. The guy is very strong for him to take that punch and manage to stand up. But you see that second one? Got to sleep. That second one, for me, I thought his spinal cord probably shifted. Like, probably hit him so bad, like he probably shifted his spinal cord, man. That sport is not easy though. You see, boxing? Nah, I'm not gonna be a boxer. None of my kids are gonna go into boxing. I don't care whether you are getting 100 million, 1,000, 100 million. That's not my problem. Nah, nah. People have died. People have had concussions. People have had serious brain injuries. Man said he didn't even know. Like post fight interview. Whoo! That was more than good night. Man was sleeping. I'm sorry I'm laughing at my fellow man. Francis, much respect to you, all my Cameroon brothers and sisters. I love you all. But damn! AJ left that dude sleeping. He was sleeping. Sleeping. The first aid has to come and let him know, you're in a ring. You're sleeping in a ring. When you will know the effects of that punch, or the effects of the combination of those three punches, was in the post-match interview. Man said he didn't feel a thing. That he didn't feel a thing. That's how you know he's a knockout. Because people don't get what knockout is. Knockout is good night. Like you said, you are gone. Then there's a knockdown. And there is a knockout and knockdown punch, man, when it does the both. So, damn, that was heavy. That was heavy. Usually, in boxing, the reason why you have leg work, is for you to avoid those punches. That's why you see people like Wilder go in for 12 rounds with Fury, and they could do 12 rounds, and you find it hard to get an opportunity to land one shot. Do you understand? Especially in heavyweight. And I remember one fight when people were saying AJ don't have a hard chin. All that topic about hard chin is gone because Francis have a hard chin. But you having a hard chin does not mean you can take that kind of blow, bro. The power came from the legs. Man stationed his legs very well, went back with full energy, bro. He was coming. Already Francis has let us his hand and then went full power. Boom! Jeez! Then the second one, because I have my speaker on loud, the second one, I heard the pa. I was like, what? I thought the spinal cord is gone. This is a typical don't try this at home, yo. Now, I just want to talk about Nigerian Excellence because on the news now, the British media is calling it Britain. Of course, it's Britain. Nobody's gonna take that away from him. His trainees, his trainers, and you're as good as your coach in boxing. And he said it himself. When he started losing fights, he said he was gonna change his team. He changed his team and he started winning. And he's gone like four straight wins. So he got it right. Once you're not doing well as a person as well, you gotta learn things from these successful people, AJ was down. People were telling him, oh, yeah, AJ's gone. Quit. Just like I was telling Wilder now to quit, And that's why he was telling Francis, don't quit. Come back to boxing, don't quit. So AJ did something. He changed his coaching team. He changed his management. He just changed those people, right? And went back to the guys where he was bred. People that knew him when he was nothing. He went back to the gym where it all started. The memories, the psychological part of the whole thing. And they started training again. And that's where he got back his energy from. And goodness gracious, man. Dude will be watching the fights today. I'll be like, damn. Because there's an extent of self-doubt, that comes to successful people. Especially when you are playing on that kind of level. You know how many people are in that room? For you to get a ticket in that what do you call it, arena, you must be minted, bro. That's why you had like the likes of Mourinho, Ronaldo. These are like legends, So for you to be performing there, knowing that princes and Arabs, money, the amount of money in that arena, man. So you have that pressure. And then you have the pressure of protecting the image of boxing, which is why I differ from what Ikechukwu was saying that is an act. No. People wanted boxing to be boxing. There's no way somebody playing soccer in America, okay, soccer is football equivalent, but there's no way somebody playing what they call football in America, which is what we call rugby in the UK, to now come in the UK, get into football. It's like when Usain Bolt said he wanted to go and play for Manchester United. If you're not coming to Manchester United and start banging goals more than Rashford, you're going to make the sport look weak. AJ improved very well after losing. Yeah, he improved because that was the fight that changed it for him. No, not even that one. I think it was even the Ruiz one that changed him. That is, personally speaking. And don't get me wrong, I wouldn't say I'm wrong in this particular fight. All I did was say that it's going to be a draw. But you see Usyk, that guy tough. And Ukrainians, you see Ukraine, talk about the Klitschko brothers. Talk about Ukraine people strong. Die. Like Russians. These guys are one of the strongest people physically. So, AJ couldn't match that guy. Tyson Fury, narrow escape. That's why this May, we go see. Tyson Fury couldn't believe what he was seeing. AJ was a beast. Hey! That guy is strong. That punch was mad. But a lot of people couldn't believe what they saw. And I get why Ikechukwu is saying it's an act. Even one of the guy that came from the, whatever they call it, the other fight, this the MMA or whatever, that, and look at what British media does. Sorry, I'm just talking as things are coming into my head. I'm just flowing, yeah? Look at what that guy said. Look at what British media does. They intentionally brought Tyson Fury to come and be one of the commentators. Don't get me wrong, even in football, they bring legends to come and commentate, eh? But at the same time, had it been AJ lost, guess how Tyson Fury will be blowing his ego? And that guy knows how to blow his ego. So what then happened was, AJ managed to win better than he did. Tyson was surprised. Composure was there. But he said, I will still have to dismiss AJ. Man, them know, like, jeez, AJ is on that level now, you know. That guy is a beast right now. You see AJ? Boom. I believe he can beat Tyson Fury. No. Don't. You see, this is what I'm trying to say. Boxing is boxing. Boxing is like the worst sport ever. You are meeting you are with your devil in a ring. You know how big a ring is? It's not even like football where you go run, go fall. No. You got nowhere to run to, bro. You gotta face this. Do you know how it feels to be Francis in that moment after that first box? After taking that first hit, yeah? Francis in his whole life will be praying. Just give me 30 minutes. I swear to God, 30 minutes he can recover. But you don't have that. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. We're going to finish this. Another guy that is seriously, dangerously strong is Wilder. Wilder took. In fact, even in this last night's fight, like there was one guy here, his whole eyes like this was big. Big. He was still fighting. Boxing is dangerous. So for you to come from another sport and come and want to beat the best, no. I know it's similar. Even this guy tried it, Israel from Nigeria. He tried it on a lower division. Wilder is a beast, but see, when you start losing, you start doubting yourself. These things happening, it's natural. Even Messi, there was a time Messi started doubting himself. Even his own country were like against him. And this is when you go back to your shell, go back to the beginning. Even AJ, and if you notice, AJ is now becoming more humble. If it was those days, he would knock you out. He would just, but now he's becoming, because he's tasted defeat. Now, the only person that has not tasted defeat is Tyson. Tyson still have a clean record. So AJ is now telling him, okay, and he always have that line, don't let success get to your head, don't let failure get to your heart. And I really love him. He's class. In fact, I started loving boxing when I had an ex that loved AJ. I was like, we don't know who AJ is. I'm like, who is AJ? And then I checked the guy out, and he was like real class. You know, I like the way he comports himself, very civilized, gentleman. People mistake that gentleman as he's weak. No, AJ ain't weak. AJ is a strong dude. He used to be a bully. He's been into prison. It's affected him when he goes to America. People don't know his story. You know, he trained with some special forces in the UK, military forces. Man is strong. He's got lots of amateur fights and lots of ring IQ. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The technicality of boxing supersedes your power, your strength. They say the guy, like Francis punch, in that machine, has the highest punch. In fact, he beat the record. He got 999. But you have to make sure you don't collect that heaviness of punch. Brother, you don't need 999 to knock you to sleep. Even 300 can knock you out. Sometimes, do you know that they, first of all, put so many layers of that white thing before they don't give them those big gloves? But that weight will still pass the whole shock absorber, hit your face, go down your spine, and take you into concussion. Even if it is, phew, even if it's like small, it hits you. And look at what AJ did. He hit him like that, and then use this one to push him down. And that was a big point. So they have to protect the sport. Because the Tyson one and even AJ used his mouth talk him. I talk him that day. Say Francis beat Fury. But they no go let him number one, Dake, number two. You are coming from another sport. They no go let her. Do you understand? So I understand why they did not agree that Francis won Fury. Right? But AJ told or showed Fury how to put the game to rest. Now people coming to say because it looks so smooth, yeah, that is an act. I beg to differ. Wilder hardly surrendered, nose and mouth were swelled up. Yes, that's why I respect Wilder. He talks too much, but he's a strong dude. He's a strong dude. He took it. You see, this is why some people, when they are criticizing Joshua, doesn't have a strong chin. He's yes. You don't have a strong chin, you don't have a strong chin. If you are stronger, if you are smart enough to be moving, you don't have to collect. That's what makes Floyd Mayweather. He moves, you know. Keep dancing, don't collect. You know. Wilder is a beast, but he lacks boxing fundamentals. He's one trick pony. No. Just like Anthony Joshua, Wilder is a great puncher. Once he hits you, if it was Wilder that hit this guy the same way Joshua hit this guy, maybe he would even hit him on the first one. He wouldn't be able to get up. Francis lacks boxing experience. I agree. Totally agree. After that third round knockout, they put substitute for him. Of course. That's why I said 3 punches. Joshua didn't get any hit on his body. Man came clean. He was like a destroyer. Just came to destroy this guy. Now, the point I'm getting at is, listen. Somebody said something on TV. He said, anything Nigerian that government does not have in their hands on always excels, always prospers. And that goes a very, very long way to say a lot about the kind of rubbish government that we have as a people. Do you understand? If Nigeria was remotely, and I know, anyway, do you understand? People have individual achievements and excellence, which all of us are claiming as Nigerians because of, you know, but Nigeria does not even contribute to their quota or contribute to their training or to, you know, apart from the fact that his dad was next to him wearing traditional clothes and all of that, there is no, you can't say any of his training team is Nigerian or blah blah blah, or he trained in a gym. You know, Nigeria doesn't even have, a few gyms in hotels or a few other places, but it's not something that is really common to see all around the place or the places. So we have to sort of develop habits of encouraging these things. You know, gyms supposed to be built in almost every school as well. You know, universities everywhere are supposed to have gym. Every hotel is supposed to have gym. And then you're supposed to have, private gyms as well. All these things help mentally as well. I mean, I know there are a few gyms, don't get me wrong, but these things, especially when you have a big icon like AJ. I saw what he said about Francis in the post-match interview, saying things like, Francis was doing something for people who are leaving the continent to other places, and he's going to link up with him. And I believe him linking up with him is, what can they give back to the society? And that's good. They should help. But the first time that AJ won, I think there was a time I've forgotten who he beat then. I've forgotten who he beat. And then he came back to Nigeria to come and see Buhari. That was a perfect time to set something up. Set up a kind of an academy or, help, people who want to go into boxing in Nigeria and stuff like that. It would be good to have somewhere like Francis came from Africa. You could see even from his accent, he's an African. He's not somebody who was trained. I don't know his story. I may be wrong, but you could see AJ is more British than he's Nigerian. Sure, now bloggers are trying to push a narrative that he didn't acknowledge Nigeria. Why is he going to acknowledge Nigeria? You guys don't understand. It's a dent. Sometimes it's a dent, it's a stain on you to say you're Nigerian, especially when you're performing at a very high level. So it's easy for you to identify with a country that works. Nigeria doesn't work. Let's face it, Nigeria doesn't work. You want to identify with the place. At the same time, it's hard to you want to identify with the people, but the government makes it very, very difficult. there are games that AJ will come out with a whiskey music or an Afrobeat banger, and he will lose. And then you have this one that just came out simple, and then bang, he won. So I don't know what exactly to put my hand on and say that's the reason, but the way we excel individually without having a Nigerian stamp on it, it's troubling. Honestly, it's troubling. It's like we have somebody like Miss Tibu that just died, and you're looking at Miss Tibu and thinking, what is government's role in people like Miss Tibu? He had to go to the public. Even after going to the public, apart from that collective union of actors in Nigeria, or Actors Guild of Nigeria, coming in to assist, that guy's supposed to be a national honor. Somebody's supposed to look at, and even after people like Otedola once helped our Nigerian coach, government have not seen the need to, or use their offices in Ministry of Sports or Ministry of Entertainment, sort of set up a very strong recognition. We don't have any Hall of Fame or like strong recognition for people who have done so much, for the entertainment industry. There are still the likes of Burna Boy breaking records everywhere. Rema, the likes of Davido. Nobody recognizes, and these are people that presidents of other countries will call to. Even some artists that nobody knows, their governor doesn't even know. Presidents of other countries will call them, host them, pay them, even to be in their functions. And it tells you a lot about how good we are as a people, but how rubbish we are as a country. AJ has more work to do in gym against Fury. Fury match coming up. I need him to win, honestly. That's honestly, I know I didn't get this one at all. But even Francis, yeah, damn, Francis didn't know what hit him. Do you get what I mean? Like Drake staked, yeah. I saw E-Money put his bet on AJ 5 million naira, yeah. But Drake put, I think it was 65 mil or some crazy amount, like say that's 16 million, and this is in dollars, not naira, on Francis to beat AJ, and AJ knocked him out like that. So Drake lost a lot of money. Drake lost a lot of money. And I think when Francis was coming in, he was coming in with Drake's song or something. Nigerian leaders, no work at all. My brother, they no work. They no work. Other countries, they idolize their celebrities, especially those who are on the global level. $600K. Really? That was Drake's stake? $600. I thought it was it not in millions? Are you sure? Or maybe somebody converted it to Nigerian naira. Okay. Maybe somebody did the conversion. Okay. Could be. That's a lot of money wasted like that. Drake is never gonna forgive that guy. Drake is never gonna forgive that guy. But yeah, then again, that's sad. That's sad. Had a lot of hopes. AJ has redeemed himself. Yes, AJ has redeemed himself, and I am proud of what he's done. But I still find it very difficult to call Tyson Fury AJ match. I listen, Tyson Fury has never lost any match. Never. He's drawn or he's drew in the past. But he has never lost any. He hasn't had a defeat. AJ has been defeated, I think, twice. Could be a miracle. I mean, this guy had no experience in boxing, and but two people have defeated AJ. So Tyson, clean record so far. Maybe Francis beat him, but technically they said he won. So I don't know. I really don't think an AJ can stop a Tyson. Now, why Ikechukwu was saying that was an act. You see, one of the reasons I stopped watching WWE wrestling, which I loved watching WWE. I loved John Cena, Undertaker, Triple H, Rey Mysterio, all them guys, Stone Cold. I loved WWE. But the day I learned that WWE was staged or was an act, I just lost interest in the sport. I guess Fury has not fought AJ, right? No. He hasn't. That fight could have happened if Luis did not beat AJ. And that was an upset. And now he's having that unification fight with Usyk. Because Usyk beat AJ. After AJ beat Luis. So, thing with AJ is that AJ is good. Just his coaching. And this guy understands AJ. He's known him for years. So an AJ versus Usyk will be as interesting, but not as commercial as an AJ versus Fury. Because that debate has been going for long. Again, an AJ versus Wilder. But all of them in that division knows that anybody can have a bad day in the office. Anybody can have a bad day in the office. So I'm here to talk about Nigerian excellence. We are good. We are great. I mean, Akon came out and said that Nigerians are the smartest people in the world. We are smart. Strength. We are strong. AJ beat Klitschko. That's why I said AJ can beat Usyk. You understand? I am not sure about Fury. I am not sure about Tyson. I can't just give it out like that. And these days, they have what they call 2-match contracts. So, whoever beat the first time, you can fight again. And why they do that is that somebody can beat you on the first leg and not beat you on the second leg. So, most of the time, that could be in the contract. Unless the other person opts out not to go for it. Now, if Francis going with what some people are suspecting that is an act, it was too easy. If AJ paid Francis, I mean the money involved is a lot. It's 50 mil, right? So, but AJ and Francis won't take the same amount of money. So AJ might go home with like something like 70 mil. I'm not sure. So why Francis wouldn't want to go home with 70 mil? I mean, he's got nothing to lose. He's already a champion coming from where he's coming. If he comes here and loses, it doesn't take nothing away from him. So he could make 70 mil. So why would he want to give that to AJ? At the end of the day, AJ is more of a businessman. He said he's not even in the sport to be a legend or just being a legend. He is there about the money. He wants to make his bucks. So people look at 50 million like it's a lot of money. Yes, it's a lot of money, but you got a lot of people to pay. You got to pay your trainers, you got to pay your management, and it goes around with a lot of people. Although AJ is so rich because he's so blessed. In fact, I watched one of his documentaries that, everything AJ uses, deals he's signed with people. So what companies do is they'll go look at AJ's life, look at something that he uses or he needs to use that a company has not signed him to be an ambassador of, and give him those things for free and let him be an ambassador. So his soap, his cream, his gym bag, his drinks, he says everything he needs, even down to his car. His Range Rover is like customized with his name and everything about AJ, everything about him, he's covered. Most places he wants to go for it, and he doesn't spend most of his money. So even if he gets 50 million, he might not touch it. So man is super rich, doesn't even have a wife. Excuse me, I'm tired, man. I was up late watching this fight, and I didn't know why I didn't sleep long. I woke up again. So he lives with his mom. A very humble dude, so you can see why he has a lot of his money to save. Most of them are minted. I mean, yes, the money is watery and everything, but he could have done that with Fury. Why would he go head on with Fury? 12 rounds, very close. In fact, he might think, okay, I couldn't get it with Fury. Let me go and get it from AJ. After all, we are built the same. So I highly doubt, highly doubt that that could be, what do you call it? That could be, that could be an act. There's a lot of people there. You can't deceive the whole world. You can when people WWE, you don't have that amount of celebrities. You don't have C Ronaldo going to go and watch WWE. WWE, you just see like normal people going there to go and watch the thing like it's like a cinema, you know. But boxing is serious business. You have other athletes, other sports coming to watch you. You have Stormzy, you have all these musicians go in the past to go and watch. It's a lot of money, you know. So I doubt they're gonna deceive. Even the Arab guy was saying to Francis, fight Tyson next. I was like, somebody that is even regretting or don't even know where he probably like he probably got up and got that decision and was asking, where am I? And they said to him, oh, you're in Saudi Arabia, and you're like, Saudi Arabia, what am I doing in Saudi Arabia? Am I swimming or something? Oh, there's no sea here. You're not swimming. What am I doing here then? Probably don't know where he is or what he's doing, because what he said in that post-match interview, he said that he didn't feel anything, and that's how he knew he was knocked out. So how he knew he was knocked out was he felt nothing. He didn't know where. So he went out of consciousness, and it happened to AJ. It happened to Wilder. So it happened to the best of them. Even Fury have been knocked down before, just that he stood up and continued the fight. So many things could happen to you, and the worst thing that can happen to you is in your time of predicament, people shouting and screaming and being happy, and you're like confused. Why are they happy? Nothing is funny to me. What's funny to them? What? Somebody's pushing you, boom, boom, boom. I want to say, hey! Like, what? Why are they happy? You're gonna be so confused. You get? And boxing is one sport that, yes, you can get some hits in your body and stuff, yeah? But the main target is your head. And this is the center of reasoning and balance and everything, and articulation and responsiveness. So once you are thrown off balance or off response, man, you are done. You are done. So, man, I just feel like AJ needs to get his flowers. Nobody needs to like rubbish what he's done. Yes, boxing is still a very great sport, although I'm not gonna personally do it myself. I don't think he's gotten to that point that people buy people over, because it's what you call a friendly enemy. Like after boxing, they hug each other, they shake each other, they can, they know it's the bees, right? So, but at the end of the day, I don't think he's gotten to a point that, I mean, Francis has gotten to the peak of his career. He's not a nobody. It's not like he's coming from Africa and he wants to come and cash out. No. For you to go to the heavyweight division, there's a lot of divisions. You need to weigh a ton, or you need to weigh a particular weight for you to, be qualified. So for them, I don't think Francis is hungry for him to want to make. I don't think he needs cars or houses or whatever. He got his legacy and respect. At that stage, you're not fighting for money. There are sports you do. And probably you started initially because you're hungry, you want money. But at some point, the hunger is different. Because you're going to get money anyway. There's no way AJ is going to fight, whoever he fights, and not get at least 30, 40 mil. So it comes with a package. But at some point, you want to stay on the top. You want to win because that's how you get more money, yes. But at the same time, you're building a legacy. And that's why most of them don't like to resign or leave or retire the sport when they are still in their prime. They probably not when they are still or when they've lost. They will probably want to win and then retire, and don't retire when everything is all bad. So yeah, first and foremost, well done to AJ. Yeah, a lot of people doubted him, and there are reasons for that. But it goes to show that you're as good as your coach, you're as good as your mentor, you're as good as your trainer, you're as good as the hard work you put in. And it could go anyway. The mistake that Francis did was But I was thinking something here. Even if his hand is like this, even if he's protecting this thing, the force that AJ used to hit him, it could even hit him everything, your two hands, everything, your head, if you still get on the ground. That's how hard that guy hit him. He hit him so mad. He hit him so mad. So yeah. So, but that's Nigerian excellence, in different fields, from different spheres, especially private spheres. Nigerians have always been doing well. So why exactly is our government always failing us? If we are the smartest people on earth, according to Econ, if we are the, one of the smartest people in Africa, why is it that we feel so limited when it comes to things that concerns us as a country? When it comes to politics, when it comes to things we should ordinarily excel in, then we start having a lacking. We start having, we start having, what do you call it? Below par performance, Why is corruption dealing with us so much so that I was listening to this man, his name is Malik Ado Ibrahim, and he said he built something in Adamawa that Cote d'Ivoire as a government is enjoying all the way from Ivory Coast to Nigeria. They are coming to tap his solar energy, and is sending it there because for how many years he's been requesting for the government of Nigeria to give him license to do the same thing to solve power problem, and they wouldn't. And he ran for the presidency under YPP or something like that. So people like that who worked for UN, who worked for many other countries, who other countries are coming into Nigeria. So that means the solution to our power problem is in Nigeria, but we're not acknowledging it. And the guy asked a very serious question, a very sensible question. He said, how many past ministers of power are actually trained in power or professors in the field, apart from Professor Pat Nnaji? And then 20 years down the line, he's actually done something in that field because that's what he studied. That's what he's an expert in, which goes to the fact that if you're employing a teacher, let it be somebody who has gone through educational learning, somebody who has skills for that, somebody who have been trained for that. And that's one thing you see abroad or in the Western world. If you're not trained for anything, you don't do it. Apart from training, if you've not completed that training and get a license, which sometimes even run out in a few years, so you have to keep retraining, renewing your license to stay active in there. You can't just say, oh, because I used to have this, I can continue training this. These are things that help us to foster as a country. So why is it that ministers are people who are not trained in a particular field? And that's why when they are there, they don't understand what to do. You are called into a position where you're supposed to help transmit power that's been generated, and you are flopping because, number one, you don't even understand what you're doing. You don't even understand the job. So why is it that Nigerians will go everywhere in the world winning Grammys, I don't know if any Nigerian has won an Oscar. But apart from Oscar, we've literally won anything winnable. Do you understand? So if we are winning all of these things, how come our government is so terrible? How come our government cannot show that we are smart people? Especially now that other African countries are beginning to rise up and do great things. Especially now, when you see the likes of Kenya, Rwanda moving fast. Do you understand? A lot of people are waking up. A lot of countries are saying, no, they're not sending any raw materials away unless you come and develop it in their country. Why are we not doing those? Why are we not helping our populace? How are we not smart enough? And I saw one federal government guy come and say that it doesn't matter if Ukraine give us grain. It doesn't matter. For real? A country at war is giving you a country at peace. I don't think Nigeria has ever fought any war. Nigeria has not fought any war before. What they had was what they call civil conflict. It was internal. Nigerian Biafra war was an internal dispute. Nigeria has not fought any war. Now you are relying on a country at war. That's why I respect the Niger State governor for what he said. The Niger State governor said he appreciates what Peter Obi is saying. People are not going to agree with Peter Obi, but he agrees what he's saying. Whether people like to hear him out or not, whether people like him or not, they must hear him out. And he's going to turn Niger State. He said he's going to give Niger State, I think he said 100,000 grain or 100 tons of grain or whatever, metric tons of grain. So that's what we want to hear. I believe we are going to get there. I believe one day we are going to get there. Mbaka said many years ago, although his recent talks and comments has been, less than what is desired or expected of him, but there was a time, I was young, I was going to my village, I was in Holy Ghost Park in Enugu, and he was on, there's all this megaphone that speaks loud, and he was there, I think he was doing a preaching, and he said, one day Nigeria is going to be great. Why people will be coming to the country, people will be coming even to come and get citizenship and all of that. And I believe him. And I believe that is going to happen soon. The only problem is we left a good option in P2B to go with the bad option in Tinubu. And now people come to justify Tinubu. They will say, oh, P2B couldn't have done anything. Atiku could have not done anything. Now, how do you know that? How do you know that? Have you ever seen an organization which they've changed MDs and things remain the same? It's either things drop or it goes up. There's no way you change the head of a company and expect the same thing, the same outcome. No, there's a reason why they changed the MD in anyway. Let's take Chelsea as a club. Chelsea has been sacking their managers most than any other club. And you can see the movement. Either he works for them or he goes down. The same thing with Cote d'Ivoire. Cote d'Ivoire sacked their manager in the middle of a tournament and they won that tournament. It goes to show you a lot about leadership. It goes to show you a lot about change. So you can't say that a Tinubu will achieve the same as a P2B. You are lying to yourself. You're not being truthful to yourself. If you're truthful to yourself, you will know that P2B is going to achieve a P2B feat. All of them have a name to protect. All of them have different levels of intelligence, different levels of studies. P2B told you studied 33 countries. So I appreciate what Niger State is doing. The products from Niger State can match what Ukraine is giving us. Yes, a country at war is making money from food. A country at peace cannot make money from food. They are now being declared a what do you call it? Emergency in food by UN. You know that we have a very big food crisis. So we need to look inward and see why is it that we are such a great people, but at the same time when it comes to government, we look like we don't know our left from our right. Do you understand? Because when individuals are fighting for their faith, there are times in life what will distinguish you from the best will be something very small. Parker won his fight. Parker fought before AJ with only 2 points. Parker Zhang fight, it was only 2 points, 144, 122, 2 points. There are some classes you will be, the person that will take the first position and the person that will take the second position might just have the same mark or maybe one. There are some exams you will take, if they say, for example, your JAMB cutoff is 75 and you get 74.5, you've not crossed to. Somebody that gets 76, maybe because he added one extra line in his answer and they decided, the teacher gave him 2 instead of 1, we just get the cutoff mark. So we have to understand that we have to work hard and look at Nigeria as if it's our own company, as if it's our private feat, and work so hard. Once you're an MD, you are a senator, you are a minister. It's not one person's affair. There's devolution of power. That ministry, you are the head. You are a commissioner, you are the head of that commission. Anything that is in your hand, do it well, so we can grow as a nation. Do you understand? How many studios in Nigeria can a musician go, even if he doesn't have money as an upcoming, and say, okay, fair enough, I can grow my talent here. I don't have money. Because that's one of the biggest problems that musicians have, or talents have. They don't have money. That the freeze was going off on somebody that said to him that he has to build, or he's supposed to build studios. Is he supposed to be building studios? These are youth empowerment programs that you could do, the other countries could do to encourage the youth. If you have talent, go there. Do you understand? And then you wonder why people, if I look at all our big cats, there's influence of their success coming from people from diaspora, or they come back from diaspora themselves. Why is it that we cannot grow things organically from Nigeria? Do you understand? So we have a lot to do, and all of this boils down to we not understanding how excellent our people are and harnessing that potential. And that's what Chinua Achebe said, that the biggest resource we have in Nigeria, even Professor Mulumba was saying the same thing. The biggest resource we have in Nigeria is not oil, it's not what is in the ground, it's human resource. Look how many countries opening their doors. They said that the number of Nigerians coming to the UK are more than the number of all African countries combined. You see that narrative that all we do is Yahoo and all, no, that narrative is changing now. Because now they are saying the stats and they are saying that we're hardworking people, 2 jobs, 3 jobs, because it's difficult to survive abroad. And when you have to start sending money home, that's why people have to do a lot of work. And they said Nigerians are actually very productive, very strong. So how can we not build on that and have a system? Look at what is happening in Aba. Just give Aba a few months. Just few months. You will see the wonders that will be happening in Aba. You will see the fireworks that will be happening in Aba. Just give it a few months with this steady power that they have. You will see the influx of businesses. You will see how things are going to flow into Aba. That's the product of excellence. And this man, Malik Ado Ibrahim, he said it. He said that all the problems of Nigeria fall under power. That once you give power to the society and to the country, what happens is that there is less darkness, right? Because of course there's been the street lights and everything. Everybody's light is up. Criminals will not come into your house because evil trend in darkness, right? When everywhere is dark, they will go and sneak into people's house and steal. So when you have light everywhere, that will disappear. Do you understand? Again, people will become more productive. Employment will come, investment will come. We don't need all these foreign investors, all this English we speak on TV. And there's one common statement all of them use: round hole, round peg, or round peg, round hole, square hole. All those English is rubbish. Do you understand? Some of the English they speak in Nigerian political scene is annoying. Ways and means, all this nonsense, you know. See, we need to tell ourselves the truth. Look at the past Senate president and the present Senate president. They don't even know whether it is 22 trillion or 30 trillion. All of them are just criminals. Cheap criminals. They don't want the country to grow. We're the ones holding ourselves down and making ourselves look like we're not people of excellence. Somebody will say, AJ come from Nigeria, Chimamanda come from Nigeria, Wizkid is from Nigeria, Burna Boy is from Nigeria, Rema from Nigeria, Victor Osimhen from Nigeria. Who else is popping right now? You know, all these great guys that came and played AFCON, most of them are from Nigeria. Most of them don't live in Nigeria. Do you understand? Because they have to live in a good system for them to grow. Why we even got to where we are in AFCON is purely because most of the guys don't live in that system. That system shocks you. It shocks you. That's why people want to jackpot, because once they jackpot, their life starts having meaning. It's as if you have destiny all of a sudden. But you've always had destiny, just like you're in a system that shocks you. That system like cripples you. You can't breathe, whether you have money or not. You know, so there's so much excellence in that country. So much excellence. I'm so proud. I'm so proud of Airpeace. Honestly speaking, I'm so happy with what he's doing. This match, we've gone into match, right? Once that flight start flying from London, flying straight to Nigeria, just guess what's going to happen. Watch out for Abba. Look at the progress that's going to happen. Now, the government needs, for goodness sake, for Christ's sake, yeah, allow Nigeria to progress. Don't allow yourself to be used by foreign bodies and people that have other interests in Nigeria. Do you understand? We don't have any business getting any help from Ukraine or going to South Africa to borrow money. It's shameful. I was hearing the other day that even Abia State had to go and borrow money from South Africa. It's an African country, for God's sake. What's the point of saying you are the giant of Africa then? It's a country that have crude oil, you claim your whatever, and that's why they do this own xenophobia, whatever. Because of course you guys are beggars. You run to their country to make money. Our politicians are not ashamed. They're not ashamed. They're shameless people. Do you understand? So we have to, all these radio policies and radio projects and radio contracts and all these things, we need to start telling ourselves the truth. Because, foreign powers and people in the world, they know that it's not like these guys are not good. It's not like these guys are not smart. It's not like these Nigerians are dumb. Or what Buhari said, that we are lazy. No. We are productive. Even these ones that are on social media creating content and insulting themselves and locking themselves up and fighting themselves, most of them are good, financially speaking. Most of them have money. They're just not smart enough. A lot of Nigerians don't even know that the Nigerian constitution is being reviewed. They're supposed to go to hccr.gov.ng to get involved. And the Senate have made it easy, built a website, waiting for Nigerians to come and contribute, even obedience to come and contribute. And they are busy talking nonsense online, fighting each other online. So, but you look at their lives individually, we see all of them are making money. All of them are in good houses. All of them have good cars. So it's not like they don't know what they're doing. But you need some kind of reform from government to sort of have that public-private partnership. Because if governments are going in a tangent, doing their own thing, the people will be doing their own thing. And talents will be wasting. And some people will just go back to their grave without achieving anything. Look at somebody like AJ. It took Eddie Hearn to discover him. And he said it on the ring, that this guy is the biggest heavyweight. And I'm looking at the guy, he's white. He's white. And he has so much hope for a black person. Eddie Hearn is not the richest guy. But our black folks, they don't look that way. They're going to do some stupid thing with their money. So we need to start asking ourselves real questions. Why are we the ones holding ourselves down? With all this excellence we have, I don't know if you guys read the news and see how much excellence. There was this Nigerian guy, I think a Yoruba guy, that beat how many chess players? Once. One guy, one to many, was like beating, I think, 12 chess players once. I don't know how to play chess, but I think they say it's a very what do you call it? Brainstorming game or something that is for smart people, put it that way. So for him to do such a feat, you hear some very incredible news about Nigerians. Do you understand? So why can we not create a system that allows people to sort of foster, that allows people to sort of progress? There's so much decadence in the system and it's affecting everybody. Do you understand? How can we not look into making things for the better? I saw an article that most clothes that are given to charity in the West end up in Ghana. Now, the funny thing is that in Nigeria, we are proud to wear okrika. We've been wearing okrika from time. Now, we don't need to wear okrika. Nigeria used to have a textile company. And the thing is, there's always alternatives, right? If you don't produce anything locally, there are people who are already producing that and you just have to be their customer. Now, Innocent is a Nigerian company. He's selling to West African countries. They are buying his cars in so many places. The same thing with this Malik Ado. His energy solution is being sold to other African countries, even though Nigeria needs it and they're not buying it. Thankfully, some government people are now patronizing Innocent. Now, what also happens is that if we don't have these textile companies or allow people in Aba to sort of, for their ingenuity and buy their clothes, we'll keep using people's leftover charity clothes. So how they get these clothes is that right now they will just post things like big bag for charity through my post, and then I take it, look at all my clothes I don't want, put it in there, give it to them free of charge, and then they say that they make about 6 to 7 million pounds from free things that are supposed to come to Africa as gifts. And that's the problem we have in Nigeria. How can we allow people's throwaway to come into Africa and again kill a market because one person is going to make that money, and what that person, his cost is just logistics of getting all these free clothes centrally and then logistics of transporting it, and then he make all that 6.7 million for himself, or in that of business, how many people are involved? Whereas we could have locally manufactured those clothes in Nigeria and made those traders rich. And all these things are ecosystem, all these things are economics. The same thing with posting. I've done videos on these things individually. If you do not use local postage like NiPost, nowhere to be found, then DHL comes in. Then you have all these private sectors or people that use motorbikes to go and deliver. And most times people lose their things in transit and they don't have any hope. So they have to use UPS or DHL. At the end of the day, you are losing that money. Do you get it? So we have so many things that we're supposed to fix that's supposed to be for our individual, our collective good rather than individual good. And when somebody starts milking the system, he will call it blessing and then he will want things to get for the bad. And when you start prioritizing your personal gratification or personal selfish interest over your collective goal or your collective interest, then that's where the problem is. Now, I don't know how to make Nigerian government or the Nigerian government, because there's no other person to blame, right? To see that we are excellent people and we are losing a lot to external people. Look what is going to happen now. Once AP start flying, now it's going to affect the UK market, the British Airways, the Virgin Airlines. It's going to affect the Ethiopians, the Moroccans, and then Nigerians are going to start coming straight into Nigeria. Do you understand? All that money comes into our system, and that's what you want. That's what you want. Everything is down to business. Yeah? And I also want to talk about people who don't realize that our religious leaders are also part of our excellence. I was doing a little bit of research before I posted what I posted. I just posted about 9 or 8 GOs, great generals in the Lord. I'm going to end with this. Great generals in the Lord who have done a lot of work for the country. And I said, these guys are going to probably go soon. I mean, I was on one live with that the Omobai was doing. And Omobai is somebody I always try and go to his crusade once I'm aware that it's happening around me. So he's somebody I've benefited from his crusade. He's an evangelist. He's not even like a GO of a particular church. So that the Omobai was there. He was sitting down speaking. I was like, oh, this man is still holding the mic. How many years now, you know? Has he done this service? And then I know one day he's going to go. I mean, the likes of Daddy Kumi, Pastor Ayoli Sosefo, Daddy Adeboye, or Daddy Oyedepo. I mean, maybe in the next 20 years, most of them will start going to join the Lord. Now, who is going to take up this mantle in this new day and age? Now, there are good preachers like Femi Lazarus, Pastor Selman, Pastor Suleiman, and Pastor Iren, all the rest. They are doing great work. Yeah, good. You know? But people need to understand that these guys are not just what others portray them to be or what people like Daddy Freeze will portray pastors to be. These guys are doing a great work. And one of them was the instance where Pastor Jerry Eze, a young minister, a young pastor, went to Ghana and was able to pull out a crowd of about 60,000 people. That's a great feat, right? Now, a local pastor in Ghana now said, why is it that Ghanaians always prioritize things Nigerian? And now, of course you're Nigerian, you won't appreciate what you have. But it took a Ghanaian pastor to publicly come and admonish his fellow countrymen that you guys are patronizing these people. Now, to a Nigerian, he doesn't even know what he has, that somebody that is a Nigerian can come online and do the same prayer that almost all the pastors in the world are doing and be able to gather on a daily basis more than 10,000 people. What is 10,000? I mean, he broke a lot of record with YouTube. YouTube have given him so many awards. Even brother evangelist Ebukobi, as at yesterday night I saw his live, it was 32,000 on Facebook. 32,000. These are big numbers. Do you understand? Now, somebody like Pastor Nathaniel Bassi is pulling like, at some point it was going up to like 80,000-90,000 people in Hallelujah Challenge. So these are great feats. Now, we do not recognize these things because some people come and rubbish pastor. Oh, God, I've been warned in the next 20 seconds, my life is going to end. But I think I want to say this. Most of these churches and ministries have hospitals, universities. Go to Canaan land. They have a lot of people they've employed, thousands and thousands of people. So the argument that they don't give money to the poor and all that are rubbish. Go and see the charity work that churches do. I'm going to end here. Thank you so much, and bye-bye.